right, recording. Share the screen. Welcome, welcome, and welcome to those who are watching the recording later on. Yes, I'm in my PJs. That's what we do. You can see your screen. Of course, my internet is unstable. Is it ever stable? No. Oh my goodness. Oh, hopefully it keeps going. All right. So let's have a look at some currency pairs. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. You probably can. Yeah, hang on. Yes. Oh, that's good. Okay. All right. So, this has been really, really bullish already this morning. So there's a gap in the market here, a fair value gap. That's a 30-minute. Oh, come on now. Oh, I had a funny feeling my internet was going to do this today. Okay. So just because this has gone up, if you're in the VIP there, I've just put in there, it just looked a bit funny, which is I'd like if this respects this, yeah, and keeps continuing, but it's just been going up, 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 which it can keep on doing, but I'd like it to pull back and then go and continue up if it's going to. I don't know. It's just because it's extended so far. But even on the money zone, this indicator, I just put it in the chat. If I just come in here, see here, see how this was really bullish, right? Bullish, you'd go, oh, this is going to buy out. And look, it gave you a red and grey. That's why I like this. This is an open source script. There's tons of traders that use it. They call it all kinds of things. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. So I didn't get in here, but all the other times I got in. So I'm just waiting to see what happens. So right now we are coming into the hour. Right. See, notice these beautiful patterns, bearish patterns. Hey, I'm just gonna put this over here. All right. So we could have a quick little sell, but it is going against the trend. I prefer to go with the trend. This is a psychological number, so to speak. Whole number. It's 700 here. But overall, it's very bullish. We do have divergence on these indicators. All right. So 11 o'clock has come in. So, yeah. So that's why I like, I mean, I've always got a naked chart on, but this was beautiful. These bullish patterns. Right, this is coming down. So just waiting on this hour. But see how that did, it just gave you a little warning. It's like, oh, hang on a minute. With this morning. And I don't really like to get in just before the hour open either, even though it did break out. You could have caught some of that. This is just selling off right now. I'll have a look at other currency pairs and that as well. So if it respects this, sorry, my internet, I need to get different data. So if it comes in here and then starts turning around, I'll look at it. I mean, hopefully you can still hear me. Silly internet. Because we're in a traveling, like in a van, so we've got a solar powered van and I have my Wi-Fi. It's normally good, but sometimes it's a bit funny. All right, so this is the old zone, but yeah, what I was saying before, this is a warning. Is it? Bullish. It's got red. It says stay out. Even here, when it goes here, it's got that, even though it gave you green here, but there's something, it's just pointing all down, right? It doesn't feel right. Okay, so this is breaking here. So we'll put on our next Asia here. These are zones that I like to use. Break the trend here. Come on, just come back a bit. This will looks like we're selling off. I mean that's a break of the trend line here. If you put this here, right, that you could have gone into, but with the selling momentum, could be coming down to this area as well. But this morning, beautiful trades. So just waiting on this 5-minute to close. But this morning, power hour. I like it. There was easy money. Easy money, money, money. Right, so we're above the moving averages, right? You can see in here. So we have kind of like a quasi head and shoulder pattern. This breaker structure here. We had a bullish pattern. And there's your money. Then we also come back, retest, and we had a bullish pattern, and then in we go again. And then I'm looking at the candles. And I'll go to my Heikin-Ashi candles as well. But this was all lining up. This was a perfect trade. This is what I'd put a lot of money on, because everything lines up. If I have a look at the Heikin-Ashi candles, you can see the moving averages are going around. All right. Boom, beautiful. Nice bit of money. And then we have another bullish pattern. So leading up to this zone here. And then it was the Sydney market open. So in here, we're above the moving averages. Everything's nicely apart. That there was a scalping entry. And then we had our money zone orb, right? So I'm either buying or selling and going with this, right? Here's my entry and there's my other entry of the orb here. So very easy to do, just always looking to the left, there's some money there, boom, boom, 1 to 1 done. And then the breaker structure and the continuation with this bullish pattern, there's another entry here. So when you put on the trends, right, you'll see it's trending. You're just going with the green. We're looking for the green. This is a pullback. We got the buy and boom, up we go. So we can stay in, we can add positions. A lot of the times it's, the market can be a little stale when the market first opens after a reset. What's the time? Oops, we have got the orb. Okay, so let me have a look. This is going against the trend, but you could get a little bit of a sell here. Right? But just keep in mind that there is a gap in the market here. I just put my, so you could just tap right in here, right into this area, right? I'd like it just to pull up a bit before getting in a sell. Oh, come on, internet. Internet is unstable. Of course it is. Okay, just waiting. But this is going against the trend. All right. Have a look at the Dixie. The Dixie and the Vixie. All right. If this continues to sell, then I just don't go on a sell on gold. If it sells, right? This in here. This cut starts selling, then I won't be selling gold. All right, I'd rather wait. I will go on to the currency as well. Have a look. If this starts breaking out of here, then we can have a little sell. Gold, just having a look. Okay, we've got a break and a retest here. All right. If this continues, and if the Dixie, US dollar, or sometimes the Dixie it does it, and the Dixie does its dancing, and the gold just does the same stuff. So I don't know, but it is, interesting. So if this in here, if the sellers come in, then just a quick, I wouldn't be going any further. Right? I'd be making sure I'd be protecting my account when this starts poking through. But I want to see bearishness and then boom, and get in and get out. That's what I would be doing. Okay. All right. Because overall, gold is very bullish. I'm just letting you know, just because I'll look at stuff and then I miss it. But if I see this in here, right, with these kind of candles, right, comes up and then starts selling again, we've got everything red, 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 right? But I want to see these kind of candles. So fat and flat and juicy, all right? That's what we want. We want these fat, flat candles to be beautiful. All right, so right now, nice little pullback, right? If it breaks out of here, right, we could be continuing up. Right, so if it breaks out of here with this bullishness and the buys are in, and then, if Dixie just starts tanking, then I'd be getting in for a buy, quick money, right? And it's probably going to continue its buying, right? But this here gives me a zone to work with, right? And it's easy money. If you've seen in my posts, it's just a child could do it, really. But if you put in the confirmations, I mean, this is red at the moment, but waiting for the bullishness to come in, and the candles will tell you. So let me have a look at Bitcoin. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was nice. Over here. Mamma mia. Hey, you. Come on now. Oh dear. Okay. All right, I'm going to go on to this one. So let me just remove that. Just watching that. Okay, so on the higher time frame, it's very bullish. So I'd only be looking for buys, right? On the hour or the 30 minutes, right? I know this is saying sell. It's because it's indicator is an indicator of what price is doing. See, boom. So it's the moving averages going over, right? But overall, if we go onto a naked chart, it's a strong uptrend making higher highs, right? So this could be pulling back down to here, but I want to go with the trend. I'll just go on to, so I'll have a little quick look at this one. Oh man, I'm so sorry about my internet. Oh. Okay, this looks like it's selling off. Oh, I've already got that line. Okay, good stuff. Okay, if this breaks, it could continue its sell down these areas. This is the JAPI, JP225. It's very volatile. It can make some good money if it wants to respect this area and do like some liquidity stuff here, and it breaks out through here. I'd be looking for a quick little buy up. Just let me just go on to the currency. So have a look what these Asian pairs are doing. Okay, it's very bullish. Very bullish. And let's have a look at GJ. Okay, if this breaks here, there's a lot of room. It's in an uptrend. So just waiting for this. Let's see, it was curling over before. Longer term, we want this to be showing up.
How
you going? Oh, I forgot to do the disclaimer. Oh my goodness, how naughty of me. Yeah, this starts breaking up because it's in an uptrend. I'd be looking for buys coming out. GJ, EJ, EJ. Oh, it's going to say it's an indicator based. Okay, so we want this to break this level. I'd be actually waiting for it to break here. EN. Okay, this is looking quite nice. Let me have, if you have never used this tool before, it's MATAF. And you can see the different currency. So there's the New Zealand dollar. See, it's having a little, it's been very bullish, New Zealand dollar. I know it's a bit hard to see probably on the screen, right? And then I have a look at the euro here. So if this starts pulling back and this starts going up, then I can look for a buy on a smaller time frame. I'm just waiting to see if this respects this. So just let me just, right. This overall is in a downtrend. Hang on, just let me turn this one off. But it could be respecting this area here at the moment for a little pull up, but it all depends on what the currency is doing. So see in this area, it's making highs, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher high, higher low. So we could have a little bit of a buy. Probably, what's GN doing? Yeah, okay, there we go. It's respected this area, right? So in here, I put on this one again. What are we doing on the overall? So overall, we are buying up, but we are in a downtrend, but it's respecting this area. So see the highs, higher highs. So looking, there's a, another entry here on a higher time frame. So I'm going with this, even though overall it's still very bearish, but I do like this. I wouldn't have my stop loss here though. It's too close for me. I'd have it underneath. Let's have a look at this on here. So what I do here to go to settings, and you can put these on. Right, so New Zealand dollar and the pound. Right. Save it. And you want to see on the smaller time frame as well, the New Zealand dollar going down and the pound going up. And it's very helpful tool if it would actually come on. All right. So let's go to the 5-minute time frame. Right. So looking at this, it's just going to give you so what I would personally be doing. I trade a lot of gold indices. Oh, it's not working. Oh, there it is. Okay. How's that gold going anyway? Just missed. Quickly come on. Just let me just check out this one. Let's just sit in there. Traders Pulse called a buy on so I think on silver. I haven't looked at it, but just let me just go. I just want to have a look at that. GA as well. It's just broken and retesting. So if you do get a bit of strength with, oh, well, this was a bit of a buy this morning, but if it continues, which it looks like it is, I do like the look of this. I do like the look of this. So I'd put my stop loss a little lower though. But it does look like it's respecting this area where it's broken out of. GJ is just sitting here. GJ down there. UJ would be the same. Yucky yuck. Let's not even go there. Overall, this here is like the Australian dollar. Right. It is making higher highs. We are in an uptrend. It is respecting this area. There's a big gap in the market down here, which could very well fill in here. So me, the only way I'd be getting in this trade is if it broke this. If it came into this area, it's just a risky trade. Currency. What was I on before? I was on GN, wasn't I? So yeah, over here. If this continues down, and this breaks this area here, okay, the New Zealand, if this starts coming down and this starts breaking, then I'd get in the buy for sure. Just a little, this is, you go to here, MATAF, you create an account, Forex, trading tools, and go on to, come on, buddy, global, and then you can have a look. So when I'm trading like this here, for example, there's a bullish pattern. And if I'm trading GN, right, I'll look at the same time. So what's it doing? Trading tools. It's a very, very helpful tool. Oh my gosh. Sorry about my internet. Anyway, okay, so if I'm on that, oh, here it comes. Okay. Gotta do something about that. Right. Now we have pay to wait. Where was I before? This here with these high highs going with the currency that is trending. Right. This is like a currency strength. You know, there's plenty of those indicators, but I like to see the actual price. Right. You can see it's making high highs. Right. That's a bullish pattern. So if I'm trading GN and I'm looking for a buy, right, or a sell, right, I want to see what this is doing. So if there's something like this, and I'll correlate at the same time, right, and I see this, then I've got a higher probability, right? If this is breaking this and there's bears, you know, selling pressure, and this is breaking, then I can put in a sell on GN. So same with this, a breaker structure, and you can do that on all kinds of currency pairs, and it has gold in here as well. But yeah, it's a very helpful tool, and it's free. It's all free. So let me just put this away here. All right. So Traders Pulse. Okay, so we've got all these signals. So this was called this morning, and there's a live session at the moment. I tell you what, there are some really good educators on here, and this is all for free. It's all free. All free. All you got to do is put $100 in the broker that we use. And please, you know, just take advantage of it. It is all free. We've got a paper trail chat as well, and it's got all trade signals in there as well. So in here, like she's called a buy here, right, a buy here 2 hours ago, which has already gone and hit TP. So, you know, these ones in here, these traders. Now, Abel, Coach Wright, right? They were educators when I was first introduced to Forex by Paris 8 years ago. So their experience is just, you know, out of this world. And like I jumped on his live session as well, and it just brought back to me how to be patient with trades, because he's a very patient trader and he's a very good trader. So, you know, you can jump on here and listen to these and get on their live trading sessions, like Wi-Fi. I think he's Wi-Fi in here somewhere. Wi-Fi. He gets in the market really quick, in and out, boom, done. Right. And then you've got traders like Coach, this one here. Okay. And he has a strategy. And I remember listening to him 8 years ago, and with the head and shoulder patterns. And it will like show you how the market moves as well. So, you know, you've got access to all these educators, right, with insane experience. So, yeah, and then you got live trading sessions with the signals. So, okay, is that fast? My goodness, boy, time's gone fast. I've got the free Zoom. Oh, here we go. There we go. Right, so if you got into that one, that's at to me is probably the best one at the moment. Yeah. So It's going up. So if I have my zones on, and GN will normally give you a few more pips as well. So out of here, right? So that here would be an entry. Everything's green. Okay, I'll have a look on here. Right, I like this Heikkanashi candle. So if the pound continues strong, we can just get 1-to-1 very easy. So this here, you know, it's a bit, that's why I trade this on gold a lot, but you can still get in. 10 pips is 10 pips. So, okay, just that is up to you if you get into that. But it looks quite good. I'll have a look. Let's mark it here on AN as well. So we have been trending up, making high highs, right? High lows. Broke out of here. AN. I caught that the other day. I'm not really too doesn't I like my I'll be honest, I do like my gold and my indices, but EA EN is EN and GN. Let's have a look what GU is doing. GU, where's GU? I just wanted to have a look at GU as well. This could be having a pullback into this area. There's a gap in here. Overall, very bullish. So the same with all the Jappy pairs. Looks to me very bullish looking. Could be coming up to these highs. So what I'll be doing, I'll be looking at the Australian dollar on here, right? If it starts breaking and then the Japanese goes down, so I'd come in here. This is what I do. I'm just sharing what I do. Right. Hang on. Australian dollar. Boom. I will have more data for next week. Oh my goodness. All right, so we've got this here. Full screen. Make sure we can see it. So we can see it here. Okay. Japanese yen has just been tanking, so you can still keep on going down. But I always look for my bullish patterns, right? If this goes out and this starts selling, then I'd be looking to buy AJ. We have had a good uptrend here. Oh, we've just broken this here. We made a high. Huge momentum here. Wow. Exciting. Okay, so in here, these areas. Right, so if it starts breaking, if this starts selling, this is in continuing its uptrend. Right, broken this, it's made a high here. So if it did continue out and this did continue selling down into these areas, then you've got a nice buy with AJ, continuation up. I'll be looking to these areas. Okay, and you know, inside our chat, I did forget to I took all that off, didn't I? I do have this. If you are funded, right, you are even through 24K, you are very there's 24K here with Paris and Forex and Chill. Okay, so you get free access to this. So see how I've put in little things in here? So um you get access to this. Okay, so and then this in here, right? This here is Paris's VIP channel, right? Um, and he gives trades, okay? So I think they caught something like 2,000. I missed it because I just didn't get here. The gold buy, gold sell, was it 530 pips? I think they got like something like 1,000 pips or something. So yeah, here. Okay, so this is lifetime. All right. And he does also uh Forex automation as well. I think it's his own trading. So, hit him up for that. He's a brilliant trader. I also have my own Forex automations as well. Anything like anything that can make money, to have your hand in whatever makes money. Okay. So there's, the Traders Pulse, everything. Where am I? Where to go? Right. There's a free community. They're dishing out, trade setups all the time. Kathy, right? She is I think she's like a 10-figure trader. Okay. And I've just noticed she's on here now. So my gosh, like this woman, her experience, like I regard her as a very, 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 very good trader. Like, and this is all free, right? And she has the scanners in here, the ECC. I remember when I was, this is back years in IML, and she did the 10 pips and dip, and it was my favorite session because I'd always make always make money, right? And it was, London session when the market was really moving. And in here, if you learn how to use this, right, how she uses it, brilliant. Okay. I don't think they're going to be having the Apex scanner. I liked it, but I think, yeah, I don't think the guy who owns it is going to give it away for free. You know what I mean? I don't know. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say. Um, this is really good, but you have to make sure you're with the trend, right? Just because an indicator prints a buy or a sell doesn't mean you get in it. Right? See, like this in here, like this is broken structure, right? Okay. If this comes from a place of higher highs and higher lows, right? And that prints a buy here, then there's a break, retest, then I'm going to get in, right? And then you can stay in these trades with the green, right? And then in here, I'm adding positions, right? So whether I'm on the hour or the 1 minute, okay? So the market comes up, right? I have my zones, my money zones, right? Now I can have trades running from here, and then I can scalp in here and add positions on a running trade, right? So this might be my Asia 1. This might be my Asia 2, right? This is a perfect scenario. Then we might have like a little thing here where it comes London. Right? This happens in the market all the time. Right? And then I have my London 1, which is a pre-London, right? And then I can catch sells, right? So that's how I use my money zones. They're like a zone, and I'm always speaking money zone, money, 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 right?